Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks so much for coming by today. Just going to chat a little bit about the Read What You Own challenge and a little book haul. Because, yeah, I bought some books. But I feel okay. I feel okay about it. So, as you know, started last year, was it November-ish? We started, I think, the Read What You Own challenge, which was created by Ollie over at Criminale, of course. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm going all in. I'm doing the 100 books. I'm going to read 100 books before I buy any new ones. And honestly, I was thriving on this challenge. I really was. I got up to 72. I keep forgetting to update in my little weekly reading updates, but I made it to 72 books before finally succumbing to buying some books. And I feel okay. I do feel okay about it. What I liked about the challenge was it made me read some things from my shelves, right? Stuff I've been meaning to read for a while. But also it made me kind of think about when, why I buy books, that kind of thing. And for me, it never really is about the money. I mean, I've spent money on books, but you know what I mean? It's more about bringing all these books in my house, right? And like I needed to kind of slow my roll, as they say. And so this allowed me to do that. But it made me kind of realize that, yeah, I bought probably way too many books, particularly the last year. I bought a lot of books. I bought a lot of books last year. Did a lot of thrifting and used bookstores, shopping. I needed to chill out. And so I did. And I feel good about it. And I didn't really feel like, oh, I feel like I need to buy a book. I didn't really feel that at all. Again, I felt good about the challenge. And so I feel really good about making it to 72, honestly. Because I feel like what it helped me do was just make me reflect a little bit about why I buy books. And do I really need to buy as many books as I do? No is the answer. No is the answer. So even though I've bought a few books, I'm still going to really kind of focus on reading from my shelves and get through some of these books, because some of these books, they just need to be read, you know? I mean, I buy them to read them, but so yeah, I did succumb to the Barnes & Noble, because we had, my husband and I, and it was his idea. He's like, let's go to the bookstore. His parents were in town, and so they watched our kid for us. We took in a movie, had a really nice lunch, had a nice, time. And I was like, well, we don't really want to go home yet. So what do we want to do? He's like, I want to go to the bookstore. I was like, oh, if we must. And so, you know what? I did. And I ended up buying just a few things. And I feel okay about it. So let's talk about that. What I picked up at Barnes and Noble's. As you know, they always have sort of buy one half, not always, but a buy one get one half off kind of thing going on. So I bought 4 books as part of that. And so here they are. I had recently read Audition by Riri Murakami, so I want to read more, so I picked up In the Miso Soup because it was part of the sale. And honestly, I don't know much about this one. I just want to read more by the author. It was on sale. What the hell, right? So I picked that one up. And I also picked this one. This is called The Cabinet. This is by Unsoo Kim, translated by Sean Lynn Halbert from the Korean. Well, I love this, this little chameleon. Yeah, I love this. So it sounds interesting. Cabinet 13 looks exactly like any normal filing cabinet, except this cabinet is filled with files on the symptomers, people whose weird abilities and bizarre experiences might just mark the emergence of a new species. But to Mr. Kong, the harried office worker who spends his days looking after the cabinet, the symptomers are just a headache. From the woman whose doppelganger broke up with her boyfriend, to the man with a ginkgo tree growing from his fingertip, and then there's that guy who won't stop calling, asking to be turned into a cat. A richly funny and fantastic novel about strangeness at the heart of even the most ordinary lives. From one of South Korea's most acclaimed novelists. So it sounds weird, bizarre, maybe a little fun. I don't know, maybe interesting. It sounds interesting. It pulled me in. And the cover, look at the little cat. Look at the cat picking up. Yeah, I had to get it. And another one I recently read, Grotesque by Natsuo Karino. And doggone if her books weren't part of the buy one get one half off sale. So I picked up Out and Real World. Out is one I've been wanting to read forever. So I'm going to read this one probably like really soon, honestly. Yeah, probably really soon. And we're dealing here with a brutal murder in the staged Tokyo suburbs. As a young mother who works the night shift making box lunches strangles her abusive husband and then seeks the help of her co-workers to dispose of the body and cover up her crime. The coolly intelligent Masako emerges as the plot's ringleader, but quickly discovers that this killing is merely the beginning, as it leads to a terrifying foray into the violent underbelly of Japanese society. I'm enthralled. I've heard nothing but really good things about this. I can't wait. Now, Real World I don't hear as much about, but I just grabbed it. So, in a crowded Tokyo suburb, 4 teenage girls indifferently wade their way through a hot, smoggy summer. When one of them, Toshi, discovers that her next-door neighbor has been brutally murdered, the girls suspect the killer is the neighbor's son. But when he flees, taking Toshi's bike and cell phone with them, the 4 girls get caught up in a tempest of dangers that rise from within them as well as from the world around them. Psychologically intricate and astute, a searing, eye-opening portrait of teenage life in Japan, unlike we have seen before. With Grotesque, the way she portrayed teen girls in Grotesque. I mean, I'm very interested in how the teen girls will be portrayed in his. So, yeah, I just need more Natsuo Kurino in my life. So I'm super jazzed about this. I also picked up some manga while I was there because I've just been kind of in the mood. And this one sounded so cute. Love's in Sight. This is story and art by Oyama. This is a cute little love story one. But in here, our female character is blind. And I think our male character kind of bumbles through trying to, trying to be with her. Also what he, needs to and not to do, in regards to a blind person. It sounds so sweet and cute. And sometimes I just want something sweet and cute. So I picked that one up. And I think also kind of sweet and cute. It maybe, and I'm hoping a little steamy. I don't know. We'll see. But it is Cherry Magic. This is by Yu Toyota. This is volume 1. It is of course, we have a little gay romance here. I think of an office romance. So our main character hits 30, but he's still a virgin. So office drone Adachi discovers he can use magic. But this troublesome new skill, like Adachi himself, is fairly unremarkable. It allows him to read the minds of whoever he touches. And one day when he accidentally works his magic on Kurosawa, his very competent, handsome colleague, Adachi discovers Kurosawa has a raging crush on none other than Adachi himself. With zero romantic experience to fall back on, will Kurosawa's burning passion send Adachi running for the hills? I don't know, but I have to know. I think it's gonna be adorable. I can't wait. I can't wait to read it. I'm so excited. And then I also picked up this one. Let's see, story and art by Sui Ishida. This is Chojin X. And I usually try to mention translators, but I forgot. Now this one, okay, so best friends Tokyo and Azuma do everything together, even if most of the time it feels like Toki is just stumbling along in Azuma's cooler, more talented footsteps. But when they're attacked one night by a superhuman mutant called a Chojin, Toki finally has a chance to shine by turning into a Chojin himself. Being a superpowered creature isn't all it's cracked up to be, though, so Toki has to hide his transformation from his family and dodge a truancy charge at school, all while dealing with increasingly odd incidents happening around town. It just sounds really cool. Well, even that scene there I've opened up on, looks good. Yeah, I'm excited just to see how this one is, and try out some more manga. And speaking of manga, I put just a little order in. I don't know, because I wanted it. It's Kaiju number 8. This is volume 1. This is what I've been wanting to get into also. So I picked it up. It was just, I don't know, like $10 on Amazon. Don't kill me, but I did it. So it's kind of a long synopsis, so get the highlights here. When the highest kaiju emergence rates in the world, with the highest kaiju emergence rates in the world, Japan is no stranger to attack by deadly monsters. enter the Japan Defense Force, military organization tasked with the neutralization of kaiju. So there's a guy, kaiju corpse cleanups guy. He's dreamed of joining the force, but he gets another shot at achieving his childhood dream. He undergoes an unexpected transformation. How can he fight kaiju now that he has become one himself? Right? Yeah, it sounds great. Sounds great. Yeah, I'm excited to check that series out. Okay, so those are what I got at Barnes & Noble. I know. But you know what? I had broke my challenge, failed it. Officially, I guess I failed it, even though I don't feel too bad about it. And I haven't been thrifting all year for books. I haven't been thrifting all year, you guys. So I went thrifting. And I bought some things. And I don't feel bad about it. I didn't spend that much money. I recently unhauled like 3 boxes of books too. So I made room. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. But I picked up some romance books. These were 50 cents, so I picked them up. This is a Harlequin entry, Dolores Fawson, by Dolores Fawson, Safeguarding the Surrogate. Sounds amazing. I guess we're having a surrogate. There's a murderer involved. I'm excited. I found one of these Temptation Blaze books, which I think are a little on the steamier side for Harlequin. Or is it Harlequin? Let me think. Oh, this is Mills and Boon. Red Hot Reads from Temptation. This is called Outrageous. This is by Lori Foster. Look at that cover. Ha-cha-cha. Oh, it has a cop. Oh, there's a guy. The man's a cop. Oh, and also a stripper. I'm in. Sold. I quite unexpectedly found a Caitlin R. Kiernan book. I never see Caitlin R. Kiernan out in the wild. Ever. Not even really at used bookstores, much less a thrift store. But I found Silk. And yeah, I'm super excited for this. So they are young misfits, society's cast-offs, urban strays looking for a thrill, something cheap, anything to get them through the night. Sleepwalking on caffeine, nicotine, and drugs, they wait out the dawn in death rock clubs and shadowy back alleys. Into their midst comes the enigmatic Spider, a patron saint of the alienated and lost. She invites them into her mesmerizing world of ritual and ceremony, blood and fire, a realm of vengeful gods, of exiled spirits harboring the dark secrets of hell and the darker secrets of heaven. Is she their guardian angel, come to force them to face the greatest fears, even as she battles to save their ravaged souls, or a much more terrifying force sent not to redeem, but to destroy? Bum, bum, bum. I think this might be her debut, or their debut novel. When was this released? 1998. I'm not totally sure, but I'm jazzed. I was so stoked to find that. Again, I never find Caitlin R. Kiernan books like anywhere. I picked up another Spider Robinson book. This is called Callahan's Lady. I don't know. There's some kind of like, do you see? He's a dog. He's wearing a suit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but if you thought Callahan's Crosstown Saloon was a great place to visit, you'll love Lady Sally's house. She's a true professional, and her beauty and dedicated staff aim to please customers of all planets, cultures, and species. So shed your inhibitions and join the fun with Callahan's Lady and her girls. Satisfaction guarantees. This is like a space, like, brothel? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out at some point. I found a Choose Your Own Adventure book. Remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books? Yeah. One of these places, I think kids' books were like $1 or so. This was the Beware the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Just a fun little Choose Your Own Adventure. I found another Bailey School Kids book. This is Wolfmen Don't Hula Dance. There's a big sticker ripper, spot missing there. But what did I read? Cupid. I read one about Cupid. So this is about Wolfman. I don't know. It's a Bailey School Kid. This little Apple paperback, which is, pristine condition. I don't think it's ever been read. This was called The Forgotten Door by Alexander Key. John has lost his memory. He can't remember where he is or where he came from. He only knows he fell through a forgotten door to a strange planet. or strange planet, Earth, and he is in great danger. So it looks like he is possibly the alien in here. You know, I always pick up these little apple bucks when I'm out and about. Okay, another little stack. Just The Incredible Journey by Sheila Burnford. You know, it's about a cat and two dogs that go, I think did they lose their family? Did they get lost? Anyway, I can't remember. They made a movie about it. Remember the movie back in the day? Anyway, is the cat's name Sassy? I think. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's another movie. I found this one, The Great Ghost Rescue, another Eva Ibbotson book. You know, I just picked these up. The Bodies in the Besseldorf Hotel by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. Who wanted to stay in a hotel where dead bodies kept appearing and then disappearing? Dun dun dun. I found this, which actually seems like is another little choose your own adventure type of book. This is called Twist a Plot. Race into the Past. Choose from 27 endings when you break the time barrier and race into the past. Just another fun, choose your own adventure. Another Killer Species book. I have one about the killer bees. This one looks like to be about killer crocs, menace from the deep. Ba ba ba. Looks fun. These are just fun. I found, I think a couple are in here, some old Gothic books. This one is Kirkland Rebels by Victoria Holt. An Alfred Hitchcock-like amalgam of love, hate, and suspense. We've got the woman fleeing from the castle, so we'll see what this one is. Kirkland Rebels loomed high above the wild and eerie Yorkshire moors, like a brooding stone fortress. To some there was an atmosphere of evil about the place, but to an innocent young bride like Catherine, the huge ancestral mansion seemed magnificently romantic. She did not know then of the terrible secrets imprisoned behind its massive walls, or that from the moment she entered her new home she had crossed a threshold of terror. Sounds amazing. I hope it's fun. This one just looks really creepy. It's called The Ghost Children by Eve Bunting. Creepy from the cover. I don't know. Had to come home with me. A cute little summer apple book. Maybe I need to read this summer. I forgot about this. It's called Bummer Summer. There's nothing worse than feeling left out. Ugh. Our girl Cammie. Oh, her dad gets remarried. Oh, and she has 2 kids. Oh, we're dealing with a lot of stuff here. They go to a camp. But things don't go well at camp. And it's a bummer summer. This one looks cute. Ghost Hotel. Look at that cover. That's fun. This is by Larry Weinberg. You know, I just pick up these kinds of books when I'm out. Because I just do. I found one V.C. Andrews book that I don't have. It is called Into the Garden. This is the 5th of the Wildflower series. Cool step back. There was a lot of V.C. Andrews there, but I actually had all of them that I need. Really cool cover. The Wildflowers, I think, are this part of the, are they around? I forget what's going on with the Wildflowers. I hadn't read that series at all, but no, I can, because that's actually the one that I needed. And another Victoria Holt book, actually, Mistress of Melon, a novel of suspense. Another woman fleeing from a castle in her nightgown. A very sheer nightgown. Excuse me, ma'am. Another Victoria Holt, The Legend of the Seventh Virgin. We've got some stone, looks like some stone formations here on that one too. These look fun. Another Harlequin intrigue. This one is The Secret That She Kept. To face down her tragic past, she must first confront the long withheld truth. Oh. A disturbed fellow student made her high school a hunting ground. Oh, she's a principal, so she's trying to get the town together. Former bad boy, Riggs Binford. Riggs Binford is an awesome name. Yeah, okay. I'm interested. This one is, so this cover is so 1986. This cover is very 1986. The Pumpkin Principle by Cynthia Blair. What happens when identical twins fall for the same guy? You see that? So this is some kind of crossover. So starring Susan and Christine Pratt, the twins from Strawberry Summer, and the Hot Fudge Sundae Affair. It's not a crossover. So I guess these twins are part of a series of books. I don't know. Think about it. I bought this purely for the amazing outfits. I found a Star Trek book, Star Trek Sanctuary. This is by John Vornholt. I don't know much about this one. I just kind of picked it up because it's 50 cents, you know. There's a planet sanctuary, a fabled world in unexplored space, which is thought to be the last refuge of the persecuted, home to both justly and unjustly accused. Though its name has been translated into every language in the galaxy, Starfleet never knew its exact location. So, the Enterprise is assigned to capture a dangerous criminal named Alk Rex. Awesome name. So they go to an unexplored sector of space. Story goes from there, it looks like. I mean, that could be fun. That actually sounds... We got some high stakes here with a prisoner and everything. That sounds pretty fun. I found an Elves Brought into Camp, Volume 1 of the Relenting King. The Goblin Tower. I don't know nothing about it. But looks like a little fantasy book. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, yeah, another Spider Robinson book. This is called Death Killer. This one sounded interesting too. I'm not sure what this like. I got a pot of ramen bowl in there. I'm not sure. Wireheads are the new junkies. With electricity, their drug of choice. Once the socket is surgically attached to the skull, a mild current constantly stimulates the pleasure centers, producing ecstasy beyond measure. And if a wirehead is left plugged in and unattended, he or she will starve to death while experiencing indescribable joy. Which is what would have happened to Karen if a highly ethical burglar named Jail hadn't broken into her apartment, pulled her plug, and talked her out of committing suicide by ecstasy. Now, Karen is determined to bring down those who sell the equipment that makes wireheading possible. But as she and Joe attempt to trace the source of the wirehead technology, they keep turning up indications of a shadowy global conspiracy. Not to control the world, but to prevent anyone from realizing that the masters of mind control have been controlling us all for some time now. Okay, sounds really interesting for sure. Yeah. So let me think. Bit cyberpunkish. Yeah, but reminds me of the movie Strange Days. Remember that one? Sounds really interesting. And I've got several Spider Robinson books now, and I haven't read any of them. I found part of this Appalachian series. I've got the first one. I think this is the third one. Appalachian Peril by Debbie Herbert. I found another Blaze book. Again, I think these are on the saucier side. This is a Harlequin Blaze. Tempting Adam by Dory Graham. And this one, look at this one. This is from Catherine Fox. This is Pleasure Control. This is an Avon. Ooh la la. We have a scientist. Ooh, but beneath her pristine lab coat is a curvaceous body that craves satisfaction. It's hard keeping her mind on the experiment and off what's under the lab coat of her research partner, Jay Cutler. Is there somebody named Jay Cutler? Whom she's working with to develop a libido suppressant for society gone sex mad. I gotta read this. Prime Garbogust material, I think. That sounds amazing. Okay, just a couple more. Hey, another Victoria Holt. Yeah. Manfreya in the Morning. Oh, another one. Very cool. Last but not least, I found a kind of tattered copy of A Simple Plan by Scott Smith. And this is one I've been wanting to read. And so, again, for 50 cents, I'm going to pick it up. Actually has an interesting... I think these guys find this money, right? And I think try to like keep the money and the story goes from there. But I've heard it's really, really, really good. So it's just one I've been wanting to read. So picked up this old kind of tattered paperback of it. So yeah, that's my haul. I know, but my first haul of the year. I mean, that's doing pretty darn good. And like I said with the challenge, I think I'm just gonna kind of think about a book before I bring it home. Like, do I really need it? Do I really want to bring it into my house? And I think I will probably have less book hauls on here, but I think the books that I do bring in are ones I'm definitely gonna either definitely want to read or collect in some way, and make it bringing it to my house worthwhile. If that makes sense. So yeah, let me know if you participated in the Read What You Own challenge. Did you make it? Or if you're still in there, then keep going. You can do it. Or or you just don't worry about it and you just buy what you want. That's fine too. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time.